Glory.
Hey, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Bashem, Rakah, Qudash. A double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled "Death is Coming." Okay, point blank. Period. Let's go, bro.
Genesis.
Genesis.
This is Genesis chapter 27, started verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have
referring to Jacob, okay? Referring to Jacob, all right? Esau was supplanted by Jacob, and that was the spirit. Okay, the Most High set it up. Go ahead.
I give to him for servants, and with corn and wine I have sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Right, so in a nutshell, Jacob received the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Right.
And Isaac, his father, answered him and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heaven from above.
Meaning what? Esau was going to have a period to rule, man. Go ahead.
And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Meaning what? Esau was going to have his own rulership. Go ahead.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
And keep that in mind. Esau hated Jacob. Esau, referring to the nation of Edom, based on their lineage of their father, so-called white people. Go ahead, bro.
And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that's what it's all about. Death is coming. Esau is bringing that sword, beginning with their nobility. Why? Because basically they want that birthright. All right? It's not about this blessing right now. They don't give a damn. They're through with it. That's why they want a great reset. All right? They want their own synthetic version of the kingdom of heaven, man. And they want to emulate the Most High in every way, every form, in every fashion. All right? Was you through with that?
Yeah, that was
all right, get Revelation 13 and 15. All right, who you got?
Revelation 64.
Go ahead, bro.
This Revelation 64.
Right.
And there went another horse. Yeah. And there went another horse.
Another horse. A horse means what? Power. Go ahead.
That was red.
Red is telling you the nation of people that this horse is symbolic for. And that nation is the nation of Edom, who was the progenitor. Esau. Go ahead, bro.
And power was given to him.
A rulership. Who gave him that power? Yahweh gave Esau that power through his son Yahushua. All right? Yahushua was Isaac, if you can receive that in the spirit. Go ahead.
And give it to him that set their own to take peace from earth, and that they shall kill one another. And there was given unto him with a great sword.
Right, so that was given to Esau a great sword. Now you seen how Esau was able to manipulate the sword to take over the world. And now he wants the kingdom of heaven, man. He wants that birthright back. And he's willing to eradicate the entire nation of Israel, off the face of the earth. So by default, he can receive that birthright. Get Psalm 83. Go ahead, bro.
The book of Psalm 83 and verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Beginning with Esau. He's the major enemy. Okay, Esau is the leader of these other nations. Go ahead.
You know, that word tumult goes into like a commotion, you know. That's where we really get the word conspiracy theory from. They all conspire, they breathe in together in those secret councils.
That's right.
They're trying to take down these people, the Israelites, you know.
Yeah.
So it says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee, have lifted up their head.
So, hey, Esau hate us. And how has he lifted up the head? How has he lifted up the head? The Most High has put him in a position to rule, man. Go ahead.
And it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Crafty counsel. How so? Via their legislation. because they make it seem like they're for our people, but this legislation is to bring our downfall. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden
So
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones. The hidden ones is the nation of Israel, right? So they consult, meaning what? They pen and paint, what I'm looking for. They bounce ideals off each other, okay? And it's all for the notion to take down the nation of Israel.
Okay. You know, right here where it says thy hidden ones, you know, is really going to the elect of the nation of Israel, because that word goes into treasures. You know, those are the Most High's treasures right there, because 2/3 of our people, they already compromised by this system, man. You know, they already following the image of the beast. They believe in the vaccine. And those same type of individuals, they're going to go ahead and get the microchip, man. So that what they really want to do, they try to come against those hidden ones. How this word is spread through the prophets by the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is reaching to the gates of the nobles now, man.
That's right.
So we're made like a target to these elites. And it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
Death is coming. Death is coming. Go ahead.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And that's what it's all about. And only the elect will have that safeguard of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of
Hey, a
Israel.
perpetual hatred. Now, we talking about the beginning point of this lesson was Esau. But really, it goes all the way back to the garden. Because that was the same person reincarnated. So it's the same hatred. Now remember in the book of Genesis, the Most High, be a prophet, said what? I will put enmity between you and that woman. The woman was a representation for our nation, and the you was referring to Esau and his nation. Go ahead, bro.
The blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, so basically it was over, but you continue to apply pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You made it seem like that the slaves were free,
Right.
but at the end of the day, you were still hanging slaves.
Right.
You know, at this time frame, you are still oppressing us within this system.
Right.
But you claim that every man is free. We have been literally liberated, but you still have this system, which is that rain cloud over our head. And now it's gonna get worse, because now you're gonna pretty soon just pull out the sword and show us how much you don't like us.
Right. And
You know?
he's already put us in isolated places, man. You know, where they got Gad in reservations.
Yeah.
They got, Jake in hoods, projects. So we already they got us in positions where they can just pretty much go straight to you, man. Then they flush the drugs in the neighborhood and everything. That's nothing but another part of the sword, man.
That's it.
And that's that perpetual hatred, man.
Yeah.
They're constantly trying to poison us, destroy us, kill us off, to kill as many of us as they can, so they can finally just come all at us, man. They're trying to weaken us, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you the best way to defeat your enemy is to weaken him first, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This is a quick quote from James Paul Wahlberg. And he stated this in February the 7th, 1950. He says, we should have world government whether or not we like it. The only question is whether world government will be achieved by consent or conquest.
So what that means, either you gonna have a chance to accept it verbally, or they gonna force you to do it. They gonna force you to do it, man. So death is coming, and who gives a fuck if 2/3 of our people don't get it? But they gonna see it in real time, man. And they're like, hey, our mother used to tell us, hey, it's gonna be too late, man. All right?
And like you think about those Spanish conquistadors, when they came over here, also to America, those different missionaries. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you didn't accept their Christianity, what they do to Gad, man?
Yeah.
What they do to the other native tribes,
They
man?
put 'em to death.
Put them to death.
You
That's
know?
where the word conquest goes into, seizure or defeat, man.
And what seizure? That means to take by force. That's a form of rape or rapture, being abducted, Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 13, 15. Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the
The
beast,
nobility of Edom. They control this system. Go ahead.
that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast
Now
of
the
the
image
king.
is what? The fashion of this world, which is a reflection of the pagan Rome Empire. The beast breaks down to who? NATO, EU, and America, man. Go ahead, bro.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
No middle class. So that shows you how Esau's game plan is to wipe away the middle class. Either you're gonna be a have or a have not.
And that's why your boy, what's the dude name? He's one of the elites, man. I can't think of his name at the moment. But he said, this is the perfect moment. This is the perfect crisis, man.
Yeah.
When he was talking about this pandemic, because what you were seeing, they're wiping out the middle class.
That's
man.
it.
A lot of these people that have, these mom and pop shops, a lot of them closed down now, man.
That's right.
Now you just have the high class, or, which is called the rich. You have the poor class. Now.
Yeah, because a lot of those mom and pop shops, they couldn't even get money. That money was going to these major restaurants and shit like that.
Yeah.
The same thing. So basically, the rich is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. But that's fulfilling prophecy, though.
That was David Rockefeller.
David Rockefeller. All right, go ahead, bro.
To receive a mark in their right hand,
Which is the microchip. Go ahead.
or in their forehead,
Literal. Go ahead.
and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, and so basically you're going to be forced to take that microchip. Now it's going to start off you willing participants, but pretty soon Esau is going to force you to do so, man.
Because he want everybody under his foot.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And he won't be like he won't be like the Most High. This is the whole thing. To have control of all the people, especially the Lord's people. This is the main thing. Cause if like, and this stimulus check is kind of perfect, because our people gonna start depending on them.
Yeah.
So especially when they start wiping all the jobs away, and they gonna depend on. We gonna give you this. You gotta take the chip.
Mm-hmm.
You want just Section 8. You want food stamp. You gotta take this chip
That's
right
right.
now. And our people, and 2/3 of people gonna take it. They gonna do it.
And and that's a good point. And I was just thinking while you was talking, because the Most High classifies the other nations as what? They less than spittle.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau classifies us as what? Cattle.
Yeah.
Well, cattle goes into what? What's that? Baca? Well, you know what? No. The Maxine actually goes into the origin of Baca, which means cattle. So they literally look at us as cattle. That is another reason why they want to vaccinate us. That's what you do to your cattle. You give them shots and so on and so forth. All right.
And that stimulus check, the word stimulus goes into stimulate, man.
Right.
So, it makes you aroused, and that makes you put more strength and more faith into this government,
Yeah.
man. That goes right back to what the serpent was doing to Eve in the garden, man. So now he has magnified that with his new world order purpose and all that. So a lot of our people gonna trust to this system.
Yeah.
That's when Trump, when he first did that stimulus check, you had a lot of our people who was against him at first. When they got their check, they were like, "Oh, he ain't bad."
Yeah.
After so all, man.
Yeah.
So that's what Esau is going to do, man.
It stimulates you to go back to sleep, to stay asleep to this, so you can attain this American dream. So look how the people have been stimulated now. Like on County Line Road, you couldn't even go down the road, down that street, because these people are stimulated to buy things. But at the same time frame, guess what? Death is approaching, man. Death is coming towards their doors, and they don't even know it.
And they've been doing little test runs, when they I don't know if y'all remember, they had like shut down the EBT cards in Atlanta one time, getting the reactions of the people, man, how they were gonna react when they took that EBT from them, man. And then they did the little shutdown with the government, seeing the reactions of the people, how they was gonna react and stuff. Then they did the little shutdown when it came to the C-19, And then after the takeaways, what they started doing, now they giving you stuff to see your reaction when they started giving it to you. They giving you your stimulus, your income tax that came. They done give you some privilege when they done took the mask mandates out and everything. So they looking at the reactions of the people and how they react in particular places, man. That's how they know how to make their next move. And their next move is gonna be death, which is gonna come in the fashion of the MOB, man.
And watch them numbers spike up.
Yeah.
That's part of prophecy. Esau does that diligent search, man.
Yeah.
I was looking into New Orleans. They said this is the most travel they see at the airport, this year, man. know, compared to pre-COVID, man. So Esau, he's just setting it all up. He's looking at the details, how people just moving around,
Yeah.
and they gonna set up, man, make that perfect chess move.
Yeah.
I got one too. Okay.
Yeah. This Psalms 37 and 12, just quick. The wicked plotter against the just and gnashed
Hey,
upon
the
him.
so-called Maxine,
Yeah.
or the benefits to receive the microchip, or also believing in his wayward doctrines such as Christianity. Okay, he's plotting against the just. The just are Israelites, beginning with the elect. Okay, because the non-elect, I mean, they're not going to cut it this time around. Go ahead.
Upon him with his teeth.
Upon him with his teeth, you know.
Legislation,
That,
man.
exactly,
That's how
exactly.
he whetted the sword, man.
Sharpen.
Yeah, he's sharpening it and making it more draconian, man, more
Right.
severe.
And guess what? And those teeth are actually being sharpened at this time frame right now. And pretty soon, those teeth are going to bite in a faction of his military units, or his police dragging you out of your homes, taking you to these concentration camps because of your belief system.
Bad man spirit. Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Right, and Esau is bringing this war, and we are in the end of days. All right, and if you can't see that, then you're spiritually ignorant, man. Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another,
That's literal. Go ahead.
and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition amongst men.
Sedition means what? To set apart, to separate. Why? Because of these hard times. But most importantly, is biblical prophecy, man. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another.
Right.
They shall not regard their kings nor their princes.
Meaning what? At that time frame, they're not going to be following the protocol of the rules and regulations of society today.
So coming against these, government officials,
Right.
These senators and all that. Because that's what the word insurrection goes into, rebellions, man.
We seen
Uprising.
a prelude of that, even if it was a false flag when they raided the Capitol, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But you have a lot of Americans, actually believe that shit.
Right,
man.
right. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Meaning what? They're not going to get arrested. Why?
Right.
Because it's not
It's
going to
gonna be a lawless land.
It's going to be a law. It's going to be a lawless land, man. You know, that goes to show you that these police officers are going to be fending for their own families
Right,
and
right.
themselves too.
And that's why I tell the brother, if there's a real case that happened like that, it's too many people.
Yeah.
Not enough police. I mean, you have to really kill them because it's just too many people.
Yeah.
So if it really went down like that, man, ain't no way you can stop them.
And see, and that's
It's
why,
too many of 'em.
and that's why Esau governs the mind, because there's more people than an elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of that control of the mindset, because these people are being led through ignorance, they don't know any better. Because it's easy for the majority to just go in there
Yeah.
and take down the
Yeah.
elite. But we know most importantly, it's not within the will of the Most High. But that goes to show you how being subject within your mind can prolong a kingdom, man.
This is Egypt. This is a captive country, man. You know, you in captivity, like you're saying, it's enough of people to overtake the governments all across, especially in
Yeah.
America. But
Yeah.
that mind fuck, you know, and shit,
Like
it ain't
that-
gonna happen.
Yeah, like that scene on Django when Leonardo DiCaprio character.
Yeah.
He was talking about how his father had a slave. What they did to him. How he like, man, he never seen like why he never tried to take over that plantation,
Exactly.
man. Like you was captive in your mind.
Yeah, the Most High took that spirit away from you, man.
Rocking soldiers.
Yeah.
And this Revelation 12 and